So this is the Sony ZV-1F. It's a small, compact, mirrorless 20mm fixed lens vlogging camera. And Sony has been gracious enough to loan us this to review it. But I think sitting here and reviewing it isn't gonna cut it. So let's go out and make a couple of vlogs with this. Alright, so the ZV-1F, as I said, it's small, compact, and easy to maneuver. So it has 425 contrast detection autofocus points. It has touch controlled step zooming, and the best part with it is that we can shoot for longer because it is charged by a USB charging cable. So if you're streaming, you literally can just plug it in and you can stream without having to worry about if the battery is going to run out. And if the battery does run out while you're shooting, all you need to do is plug it into a power bank and it charges, and that's my most favorite feature about it. We can also start shooting through a timer, and the timer is controlled by the touch screen of the camera. We can capture details in even the dimmest situations because it's built for low light situations. And I think one of the most important things being a vlogger, having a camera and having dedicated media, so you never have to worry if your phone is going to run out of space or anything like that. You can just record as much as you want as long as you have a big enough SD card. But anyway, let's get going to our destination. So our next stop is at McDonald's, as you can see. So let's talk about some of the product specs. So the ZV-1F was launched in October of 2022, right? In terms of its body, it's 10.5 centimeters by 6 centimeters by 4.6 centimeters. It's actually plastic that has been recycled to build the body of the ZV-1F. And the ZV-1 family is generally your small compact cameras. If you take the ZV-1F, if you take my camera, the ZV-1E, it's all small compact bodies. It's not massive bodies. So speaking of bodies, what about the weight? The weight of this is 256 grams of the camera alone. And obviously it has its fixed lens. So the sensor is a 1-inch type Exmor RS CMOS sensor, and it's capable of 20.1 megapixels. So in terms of the lens, it is a fixed lens and it's a Zeiss Tessa T lens. Its viewing angle is 94 degrees and it's a 20mm lens that's more closer to a 35mm equivalent. So after the lens, when it comes to the screen, it's a 3-inch touch screen, TFT LED screen, and it has an articulating 175 or 76 degrees opening angle and 270 degrees rotating angle. Alright, let's talk about the actual camera info. Firstly, we have to talk about contrast detection autofocus. So the focus modes are single shot, continuous, and manual focus, right? In auto, it has an ISO range of 125 to 6400 or 6400. In manual, it has an ISO range of 125 up to 12,800. Now, let's talk about the recording formats. In 4K, we have 25p, which is 100M and 60M. Then 1080p, we have 110p, and that is 100M and 60M. We can shoot at 50p, which is 25M and 50M. We can shoot at 25p at 50M and 16M. Now moving on to the ports of this device. So the ports, we have firstly USB-C, which is USB 2.0 for charging and data transfer. We have micro HDMI. We have a headphone jack, which is a 3.5mm mini jack. We have Bluetooth 4.1, as well as we have Wi-Fi on the 2.4 gigahertz. So let's talk about the battery info now. The battery is a removable, rechargeable battery, and in this Sony range, it's the NP-BX1. The battery itself is a 3.6 volt, 4.5 watt hour battery, and it is 1240 milliamp hours. It can do 90 minutes worth of continuous recording and 60 minutes worth of actual recording, meaning turning the camera on and off continuously. Some of the additional features of the camera is product showcase. It has background defocus built in, the step zoom that we can control through the touch screen, as well as through the toggle at the top, as well as face detection autofocus. So all it has to do is lock onto a face, draws a box around your eye, and you know you are continuously in focus and you don't have to worry about anything. Right, so now it's like almost a week later, because what actually happened was we recorded that scenes. It was a little gloomy and cloudy and whatever, and then for like the next 5 days it was raining, so we couldn't really go out and vlog in that weather, and we kind of left it a couple of days. So now let's talk about the intended market of the ZV-1F. Firstly, we have to talk about content creators and vloggers, because we're saying that, you know what, this is a small compact vlogging camera, so we have to say, hey, it's for vloggers. So besides vloggers, I mean, anyone wanting to get into content creation and maybe even just recording your own day-to-day lives, not even to post on the internet for yourself, this is marketed at them, because again, it's a small, compact, affordable camera. And on that point of affordability, what is the price? So the ZV-1F retails for 12,995 Rand. And if you'd like to pick one up for yourself, there is a link in the description below. But anyway, I shouldn't be talking and driving. Let's get to the next scene. Okay, so we've come to our next location, which is Bluff Golf Course, and we come here regularly just to chill out and enjoy the view. So now let's compare this to something else. And what I'd like to compare it to is the ZV-E10, because the ZV-E10 has been my daily driver for going on 2+ years. So when it comes down to price, the ZV-1F retails for 12,789 Rand. The ZV-E10 retails for 15,000 Rand. And the ZV-E10 was released in July of 2021, and the ZV-1F was announced and released in October of 2022. When it comes down to the sensor, the ZV-1F has a 20 megapixel 1-inch sensor, and the ZV-E10 has a 24 megapixel APS-C sensor. The ZV-E10 has a Sony E-mount fitting, and the ZV-1F is a fixed 20mm f2 prime lens. So some of the reasons that we would choose the ZV-1F over the ZV-E10, firstly, it's lighter. It's much more lighter compared to the ZV-E10, and it has a faster shooting rate of 16 frames per second, meaning that the ZV-E10 is almost 5 frames per second slower. So some of the reasons that we would choose the ZV-E10 over the ZV-1F. Firstly, the ZV-E10 has a 24 megapixel sensor. It has 32,000 ISO and 1/4000 shooting rate. The ZV-E10 also supports RAW shooting, as well as it has a headphone port, and it has a longer battery life, being able to shoot 440 shots compared to the ZV-1F, which shoots 360. Some of the common strengths, I mean, both of them have gyro stabilization, both of them have product shots built in, both of them have face detection, autofocus, and eye tracking, and both of them have this fully articulating touch screen which we can use. Both have microphone ports for external audio, which I think is great, as well as they support smartphone control as well as webcam support, being a streaming camera. So I think when it comes down to it, both of them have their strengths and both of them have their weaknesses. This is meant for vlogging. The ZV-E10 is not necessarily meant for vlogging. It's affordable and you could vlog with it if you wanted the more in-depth vlogs, the ability for RAW and all of those things, the ability to change lenses. This is just small, compact, point and shoot. But it's up to you as what your shooting preference is, as well as what you need to capture. And in the description below, why don't you guys let me know what you think would work better for you, the ZV-1F or the ZV-E10. But anyway, let's get going. So now I'm out here vlogging on my skateboard with the ZV-1F. And finally, let's talk about my personal opinions. The first thing we have to talk about is the fact that this is a vlogging camera. So as a vlogging camera, I mean, it's perfect, point, shoot, go anywhere, enjoy yourself. You don't have to worry about the hassles of changing lenses, all of that things. With its fixed 20mm focal point, as well as its 20.04 megapixel resolution, that makes it perfect. So apart from just vlogging, it allows you to stream. So the fact that it allows you to stream, vlog your day, get home, connect it up, and stream, whether you're gaming, whatever sort of streamer you are. And finally, as a vlogging camera, it's quite simple and easy because you can connect this to your smartphone. And then after connecting it to your smartphone, if you are vlogging at an event, if you're taking pictures with this at an event, you don't have to wait to go home and all of those things. No, you connect with your phone, download the images, download the video, and you can post it straight away. So that's why I really love this as a small, compact shoot and go camera. But I've enjoyed myself. If you'd like to find out where you can pick up one, check out the links in the description. A big shout out to Sony South Africa as well as premium brand distributors for loaning us this so that we can review it, have fun at Comic-Con, and even have fun while we're skating. So on that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. My name is Prashant. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it, you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.